Let's get it. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, ladies and gentlemen. This is me, Von the Villain, one half of the infamous I'm Just Saying podcast crew, 48.
And this is your boy, Shakur. I don't need no introduction, but since this is a new podcast, let me go on and introduce myself. Me and my cousin, Von the Villain. We coming straight out of Mississippi, even though we kind of right now in two different sections. He's still in the SIP, and I'm in Florida right now as we speak. And, right now we just want to bring something new to the table for y'all.
Yes, sir. Like my cousin just stated, man, this is something in progress we've been working on for a while. Bear with us. We're still learning and grooming our craft, but we want to make sure this is a place where you can be entertained, informed, and hopefully come away with something new every day. This is a platform we want to span on many topics from culture, rap, film, politics, and damn sure sports. So if you're into all those things and above, this is the place to be.
Exactly. We're just coming here to not only entertain but inform and also give the speechless an actual voice so they can actually not only voice their opinion but also drop facts and just somewhere just to lay back, kick low, and have a little fun in the process.
Yes, sir. All right, cuz with any further notice, I would like to start off with today's episode with
Okay.
a current event that happened last night. Your
Last
boy,
night. Okay. Okay.
TB12. Tom Brady.
Oh my God, man! Here we go. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. Before we go into TB12, I need to give you a backdrop on why he want to talk about this first. He has a long, questionable history of hatred for this man.
I do not hate
And
that
why
man.
shall you ask? Okay, okay, yeah, okay. What y'all call it nowadays? Despising?
I do not despise. I will say I'm not a, a huge fan of him, which is perfectly fine and rightful. But I do respect what he has brought to the game, what he has done for the game. But far as last night performance, what did you think about it? Of course, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they did come out the victors over the
Well, well,
Washington
well,
football
well.
team, the wild card
Personally,
last night.
personally, I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna hold you. I didn't watch the game live because I did look at the highlights because I am a New England Patriots fan. And I just feel a little biased. When I see TB12 doing this thing, he's supposed to be in our corner right now. But I mean, cooler heads never prevailed, so he's not on our squad no more. And I have a rule: if my squad does not make the playoffs, I do not watch the playoffs. So,
Gotta
to answer
respect
your
that.
question, looking at the highlights, he looked normal. He looked like what he usually do in big time situations. He played big.
Yeah, too sure. I think
Now,
I'm sorry, go
no,
ahead.
go
Go
ahead.
ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead and finish.
No, I was gonna say now, as far as age coming into a factor, a new offensive scheme, coaching, players, and roster, changes. I mean, it's not gonna look exactly like New England. I mean, it's not gonna be polished. I mean, hell, it wasn't even polished all the time with us. But I mean, put it to you this way: for him to be in his first year away from a team that he spent all his career with, I mean, he did his job. He
Right.
delivered a W.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. And I think he kind of the job's still not finished, and anything can happen in the playoffs. I've told you this
Right.
before. Seeding does not matter, especially in NFL does not matter. It all comes down to matchup. But given first night's playoff win under a new uniform and a new franchise, I think slowly he's going to put to bed the whole uh, he wouldn't have survived or he wouldn't be where he was without Bill Belichick. And don't get me wrong, it takes two to make a thing go right. He benefited from
Right.
Belichick, excuse me, benefited from Tom, but I think the notion of the popular opinion was that he was a systematic player. And I think he put that to bed last night. And
I
side note
mean,
too,
I'm gonna be honest. I,
what?
I'm gonna be honest. I'm just gonna flat out spell it. I think he been killed that notion just off the strength of. I mean, you look at it. He in the playoffs and we at home. You know,
Yeah,
so I mean, you call an ace a ace, you call a spade. I mean, the man doing his thing.
yeah,
You know, so
yeah.
I gotta respect that. You know, he is who he is. I mean, I thought about that goat talk. You know I give you a hard time about LeBron, and we'll talk about that in a minute. Y'all got an animal in there or something? What's going on?
That's
What's
that's
going
my
on? I hear baby goat. I hear baby goats in the background.
ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, we are a work in progress. I do not have any sample sounds of goats, so don't be surprised if me drop a couple ad libs through this program.
Well, I mean, we okay. Okay. Yeah, we'll get to that in a minute. I ain't gonna blast you out right now. But I mean, in my opinion, looking at Tom Brady do what he's doing right now at his age, I mean, you just gotta give him that title just based upon his productivity. Yeah, you can say, well, the game has changed and you know it's catering to the quarterbacks. I mean, but even with catering to the quarterbacks, how many quarterbacks are promised to do what he's done?
Yeah, yeah.
You know, we're not gonna act like Tom Brady came into a soft league. I mean, the man got drafted in what, 98? I don't remember 98 being a soft league.
No, by no means. And the quote, a very famous sportcaster and Hall of Fame tight end, he makes the argument all the time on a popular sports show. An era just because it's tougher doesn't mean it's better. Just because era is, I guess, more physical doesn't mean you diminish the skill set of today's players. Because what they may have lacking in the tough category, in the mental stability to play in the era, they make up for their skill set. I mean, these players are faster. They're probably stronger. I mean, just look at the genetics, man. The training and workouts have gone so far to where they were 10, 15, maybe even 20 years ago due to science and doing studies. So, that notion that, oh, well, this era benefits offensive players, yeah, it does, but we can't diminish what they're doing.
Well. Can I interject to make a comment?
What's up?
Well, in that case, when I bring up Bill Russell name as one of the greats, if not the greatest, can we not downgrade him because, as you would say, he played against a lot of school teachers and garbage truck drivers?
Well, I won't say well, I think, all right, my argument against Bill Russell is not who you play against, it's the amount of competition. And I know that sounds foolish. Quantity doesn't beat quality, but I mean, if I'm not mistaken, in that time frame, the beginning of the league, it was what, 8 to 10 teams, if I'm not mistaken.
Right. But I
And you
mean,
got
can
you
I
got
say
to look
something?
at that 8 to 10 teams
Can I
limit
say
its
something?
tryouts because that's less.
Hold on. Can I interject to say something though?
Go for it.
Wouldn't that be harder though? Because imagine if nowadays league was with less teams. Less teams mean you got to have more talent. You don't have the era. You don't have the era of the 3-point specialist that can't play defense or the pass first point guard that can't get you a bucket. Back in that era, you had to really know how to play in order to even be in the league.
That's true. True that. You have to be well rounded in so many areas of the game, but also, to my argument, if there's less opportunity due because there's less teams and less cities, there can be hidden gems in those cities, but those gems don't have the resources or the means to get to the cities where the teams are located. We gotta be honest.
I mean,
A lot of those players back then in NBA and NFL, a lot of those guys in the off seasons had regular jobs. A lot of these guys were working in
I
salt
mean,
mills,
wait,
steel mills, and fucking being athletes.
that might be true, but I mean, you steady saying regular jobs, but that still doesn't diminish their talent. That's what I'm
No,
saying. Like that just go that just goes to show how underpaid and underappreciated they were back in the day, and how they paved the way to now, to where it would be preposterous to hear somebody that's a maxed out player getting paid pennies on the dollar for his services, and here it is, he one of the top faces in the league. Come on now.
I appreciate what the
That's
gentleman
just
brought to
something
the
I
game.
guess we. I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
No, I appreciate everything they brought to the game. Man, them niggas played in Chuck Taylors. I mean, come on, not getting no hardcore than that. But like I just said, man,
Right.
when there's limited opportunity due to limited resources, I'm not saying there was no talent back then. Come on. But what I'm also stating is it limited the amount of talent for our scouting too.
I
That's just
mean,
my
I could agree with that. I could agree with that. I think my only, like I said, my only I guess argument with it is when you look at that era, of course, you got to go back and try to gather as much information as possible. It's not really as much or as in depth as it would become later on, like now. But I mean, it's still, to me, it resonates. If you was in the league, say 16 years, and out of those 16 years, I mean, you won damn near every year. I mean, yeah, you can say, well, it was the talent, or maybe it was just, you know, your talent. Your talent was so gifted at a time where people say Michael Jordan was ahead of his time. And I feel like if you think about it, maybe,
he definitely was.
because I feel like he put all the tools together. But I'm gonna be real. I mean, who did Michael Jordan get influenced by? Dr. J and David Thompson, right?
True.
So if David Thompson and Dr. J were already doing similar things of a Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan, to me, he was more advanced in his thinking. Not saying that, not taking nothing away from those legends, but what I'm saying is his thinking and his mentality was, okay, I have to carve a legacy out in this game. Whereas to them, they probably were like, look, I'm getting paid a bunch of money to play a game that I love and that I played as a kid. Whereas the Michael Jordan is like, I love the game, I play the game, but I'm not playing it unless I'm winning it. You see what I'm saying?
True.
Because to me, I feel like Michael Jordan was like, yo, I wasn't used to losing, and I wasn't finna begin losing. Even though his first couple of seasons, I mean, he did kind of, I ain't gonna say he took a L. I'm just saying he went
He
through
took
a
L.
learning curve where he had to go through it.
He took L.
Huh?
He took L's.
All right, hey, all right, cool. You want to throw out shots? I mean, hey,
That's not a
he
shot.
took
I'm
L.
just telling he took L's. Like many other greats, you took L's.
He took L. He took L's early in his career, but when it counted, I mean, somebody seemed to always,
When it counted, he
deliver,
showed
and
up.
somebody else. Right. I can't say that about a lot of other top supposed players.
We'll say that for later on.
I just,
No, man.
I'm just gonna leave it.
It's so many transcendent players, man. And me and you, Austin, I think every time we get on the phone, you never let me leave. Like, who in your top 5? And of course, I've named, just give y'all guys an example out there. Of course, Mike. I put Shaquille O'Neal, the big Diesel #2, the most dominating figure in sports, and especially NBA I have seen. I mean, you had a double team him, or damn near triple team him to stop him from scoring. I mean, come on. I put Tim Duncan #3. I put I think I had Bron #4 or Bird 4. Either way, I had Bron and Bird the next 2 positions. But it's so hard, man, because it's so many greats. Not even doing top 5 from 1 through 10. Because I recently started putting Zeke in there. You gotta put Zeke. You named Dr. J a while ago. You got Bill.
Right.
You got Oscar. You got somebody who it seems like he never gets his roses, but we can't deny his talent. I get that he didn't win on the upper tier level like the names I named. We got Neek. We couldn't deny his talent. It's not like the man wasn't top 10 in scoring. Karl Malone for
who?
Neek, Dominique Wilkins.
Oh, okay. Let me say something. I don't know what it is about Kareem Abdul-Jabbar that people just don't like.
There you go.
I mean, the man equally could be considered the GOAT just as much as Mike.
I think
Yeah,
they
they
don't
could
like
say,
giving it
well,
the
he
big
was
men.
on loaded teams. Huh?
I think they don't like giving it the big men.
I mean, that might be the case, but I mean,
The
Vaughn,
game is looked
I'm
the
gonna be
game is
flat
looked
out
at
real.
easier for someone who's that
It,
tall, which I totally disagree.
that's not always true. Because
True.
I mean, you gotta look at it like this, and I hate to say it, but you do kind of gotta compare eras. Back in the day, a big man was damn near like your primary scorer. You
Absolutely.
know, you wanted a skillful big man. You know, Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, Larry Bird came and kind of, made the NBA take a second look and say, all right, hold on, wait a minute. You can actually win championships, well, especially with Magic and Bird. I'm gonna start off with them two first because Mike kind of came after them. You know, if you look at it, up until that point, have we ever seen a 6'9" point guard?
No.
That's what I'm saying. Like a 6'9" point guard, and then Larry Bird. I mean, if you look at him,
Couldn't
just
jump over
out
phone book.
I view, you would right. Couldn't jump over a phone booth, but I mean, hey, the man was
And
cooking.
10 some
He was the
rebounds.
Steph Curry of the '80s.
Yeah.
Of the '80s. See what I'm saying? So I mean, I get what you're saying. Well, they don't like giving it to a big man. I mean, yeah, would the game actually have some advantages for him? Yeah, it would. But in all respect, it's like if that's the case, I mean, how many centers can we honestly say can give Michael Jordan a run for his money as the GOAT?
It's probably two. You know, you got like you
Name
said,
your two.
Bill and Kareem.
Bill and
Bill
Kareem.
off
That's
his
it.
resume,
So
to
I mean,
me, Kareem off his skill set, and you know, you backed up an argument for Kareem a while ago, and you said, hey man, if we're going off great players to ever lace them up, we have to follow the whole category of what makes a Hall of Fame. I said, yeah, people believe and forget
right.
that the Naismith Hall of Fame does not just begin in the NBA. We got college coaches, uh, college players, people that made a big stride and a major impact for the sport overall. He said, now, I want you to sit back and listen. Who has a better resume, basketball, probably since he could freaking dribble a ball than Kareem Abdul-Jabbar from high school, college, NBA? The man's a born winner. And you really
I
can't take
mean,
no one else. The
oh, go
man
ahead.
won in high school damn near every year, won in college every damn year. He has the same amount of titles as Michael Jordan. He has more points than Michael Jordan. He has, some people argue, the most unstoppable move in basketball history.
If you really do your homework and you really think about it, it's like if we gonna say GOAT, are we saying just off the NBA career, or are we saying the whole shebang? Because
Now
if
we
we're
talk,
gonna do the whole shebang, the only player that can even come close to accomplishments with Kareem is Bill Russell.
yeah,
I mean, Bill Russell was successful in high school. You know, I want to say in college he didn't start out starting, but I mean in the end he did win. I think two, maybe, state national championships. So if you look at it, it's like okay, they have the resumes that go beyond the professional level. Whereas to Michael Jordan, I mean, he wasn't. I'm not gonna say he wasn't a great player already in college, but he didn't get his mark until he hit that game winning shot
right,
against Georgetown.
absolutely.
So
Yeah, Russell won
that's all I'm saying.
Russell won two NCAA championships.
See, two. That's what I'm saying. Kareem, I think won what, four,
Three, one, three.
three.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's the only guy that even come close.
Well, I mean, I believe what I could be doing. I could be wrong. About 30 or almost 40 years, they had the most highest win percentage in college history until the UConn Huskies broke their record. The women's team broke their record, 96 or some wins.
Right.
Yeah, so he's on the not only win college championships, he had arguably the best college career. So, like you say, if you're going out,
Cuz, can you talk up a little bit? Cause I'm driving, so it's kind of hard for me to hear you a little bit.
okay, I apologize. Yeah, if you're going off overall resume, it's hard not to put Kareem in there. But we're just going off simple NBA, man. Mike's the GOAT, man. Mike's the GOAT. This coming from a diehard LeBron fan. Mike's the GOAT. LeBron's still writing his legacy, and some people feel it's already been written. And Michael Jordan made a great argument. He understands the debate. He understands why people do it. It's fun. Let's be honest. It's fun to compare players, era, but he put it simple. I never play against Oscar. I never play against Will. I never play against Will. I really didn't never play against LeBron. So we can debate in the days, but unless somehow they all can go in a time machine, everyone's gonna have their own opinion. So. But it's fun though. It's definitely fun.
I'm gonna make a comment. So, how do you feel when LeBron made the comment, beating the 73-9 Warriors made him the greatest of all time?
Let me rephrase that quote, sir. He said after that finals, at the time, I feel like I was the greatest ever. And who wouldn't, man? Let me tell you something.
Please tell me something. Please.
You heard me say this before. You don't do X and Y, just not the N double Z. You cannot tell me and he didn't do it by himself. So y'all motherfuckers jump on me because I already know it's coming. Oh, y'all no, LeBron did not do it by himself. No player's ever done it by himself. Give Kyrie his roses. Give Kevin Love his roses. Yes, Kevin Love. Give Tyronn Lue. Yeah, give T. Lue his roses, man.
Oh, hell no. Hell no. Oh, hell no.
Hell no. His roses.
You talking about AI?
Because he made the necessary adjustments to put them in a position to win. Yes, starting Richard Jefferson, the bald eagle did have an impact on the following.
That's why I was going to say with my boy RJ.
RJ, throw him in there. Channing Frye. Iman Shumpert, he's somewhere rolling up a fat log right now. Hey, give him his dues. J.R. Smith, Shooter McGavin. Yeah, man. People can have their opinion all they want to say Jordan's Bulls, but technically, you climbed the feat at the time no team has ever accomplished in the finals. And not only that, you did against statistically and record-wise the best team in NBA history. Given those odds, it's in the top 5, at least top 3 hardest NBA finals accomplishments I've ever seen. Who would in their right mind not feel like, damn, I'm the motherfucking man?
I'm gonna be honest.
Right now would not feel like they the move.
I'm gonna be honest. I see your argument. I get your point, but I still wouldn't say that. Let me tell you why.
The man led in every category that finals.
Oh my God. Okay. Wow.
First time ever.
6'9". You're bigger than everybody.
Man,
you gotta run everybody.
Get out of here.
Damn.
Get out of here.
Congratulations.
Get out of here.
Oh my God. Michael Jordan never gloated about leading people in scoring in the whole finals.
I'm just saying, man.
Oh my God. Okay, pause. Let me get my point across. You see, you like to edge over some shit, but I'm finna get you. Here it is. I get what you're saying, oh, I would feel like the greatest, whatever. But this is my thing, my whole argument with this. First off, so you're telling me the year before when you went against that same team, you had them down 2-1 by yourself, and you couldn't get the job done, which is understandable because you didn't have help, right?
You didn't have the necessary tools. You didn't have the necessary tools.
Right. He didn't have it. I'm giving him credit. He didn't have his people, right?
Right.
So you telling me you come back the next year with both of these so-called tools that you need, and you fall down 3-1, and you want kudos because you come back miraculously because Draymond Green gets suspended because he called you out your name,
No, because
and now all of a sudden you want kudos because you came back and beat that team.
you damn
Come on
right, sir.
now. Come on now. Come on.
You
You
don't you
you weren't
don't you
supposed to
don't
be
win a
down.
series in three.
Hold
You
on,
don't win a
hold on,
series in
hold
three.
on. I let you talk, Stephen A. Long-winded. Now you give me my goddamn time. Damn it. You sitting here 3-1 against a team that you just had last year by yourself, 2-1. Not to mention you had a home game to go up 3-1 against them. But your excuse was he ran out of gas. He was tired. Man, I don't want to hear that bullshit. You in the finals. Show up and show out, nigga. Don't sit here and make excuses. You do what you got to do. Michael Jordan didn't make excuses when he had the flu game and Scottie Pippen was playing like shit. He went out
Food
there and
poison.
did his thing.
Yeah, food
Oh
poison.
my God. Oh my God.
And they had a mean case
Oh
of the
my
shit.
God.
That's about it.
So what?
He may have a mean case of the shits. That's about it. He had no flu.
Man, get out of here, man. Get out of here,
He
man.
ain't had no flu.
Get out of here, man.
He had no flu.
People like to make this Cinderella story about LeBron. Oh well, he was tired and he ain't have no help and he ain't do this. Man, come on, bro. Come on. You weren't supposed to be down 3-1 with both of your so-called weapons on the court with you in the first place.
I agree. I don't think that shit went down 3-1. They definitely game game 5 slipped through their fingertips, man. And they had the momentum. Hey man. But like I said, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. And they finished.
Hold on just a minute, cuz.
See, ladies and gentlemen, this is the moment. If I had copyrights, I would play some music, but I don't own none of that shit. We are not trying to be sued.
Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry about that. Had to handle some business. I'll make sure. Hold on. You know, folks down here in Florida can't drive. Sorry, but it's true. But yeah. I mean, Davon. I'm sorry. You have to edit that out. But Mr. Villain. It's to a point where it's like, I mean, I give Bron his credit. I mean, the man hooping, the man is sensational. I mean, he does do some amazing things on the court. But far as legacy wise, let's stop acting like this man ain't had a boosted team every year. He was in the finals. But when they don't deliver, he didn't have help. But when they do deliver, he did all the categories and statistics.
Well, he didn't have a boost team every year. I say 2 years he didn't. No,
When?
I stated my soliloquy before, man. LeBron has had great teammates. He's had some not so stellar teammates. He's came up short in similar moments, in some certain moments where I feel like he could have been aggressive. Rather, was definitely mental. Some was due to lack of his game. As great as a player he is, you could go back and look at some old highlights on YouTube, man. In his athletic prime, I mean, oh my God. I was looking at some probably earlier this year. His first step, to me, I have never seen about that quick a first step made in AI and Derrick Rose. That's just my opinion. And maybe Westbrook. Throw Westbrook in there. But neither
What
here
about
nor
a
there.
guy named
Neither here nor there.
Dwayne? What about a guy named Dwayne?
You know what? D Wade, people never give him credit as a tough shot maker. D Wade makes some of the most toughest shots. He's great at making off balance shots, and a lot of people want to give Derrick Rose credit for the floater, but I feel like Dwayne Wade should definitely get a lot of kudos on that. He's
honestly,
definitely
I'm gonna be real. You know who perfected the floater in the NBA for the new era? Tony Parker.
he was on my brain. He was on my brain. He's another guy, man. He never gets his roses. Don't throw him in that list. Think about it. This man has beaten Kobe Bryant, Shaquille O'Neal, Dwayne Wade, LeBron James, Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, James Harden, and a list amongst other greats in his area to get his ring. And his only final loss came in a miraculous and Cinderella moment. Once again, LeBron James was part of that moment.
Right.
You know, you can't take that away from him. He has probably almost a perfect resume in the finals, as anybody can ask for. But I'm saying as far as D Wade, but neither here nor there. LeBron James has definitely had some great teammates. Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh, Kevin Love. Yes, Kevin Love, ladies and gentlemen. Give the man some credit. Kyrie, that nigga AD. To me, I think it's his best teammate today.
Wait. I didn't hear a particular name you said. You kind of brushed over it before you said AD. Kyrie. Okay, yeah, okay. I just wanted to know if you were gonna put some respect on the real one name. All right.
Well, that's your opinion.
You know.
But Kyrie Irving.
Pause. What do y'all LeBron fans got against Kyrie? Can you please elaborate on that, please?
I have nothing against Kyrie, but man, we don't know these people. We don't know these people, ladies and gentlemen. But from someone looking outside as the rest of you guys out there in TV land, Kyrie Irving comes off as a disruptor. I'm putting in simplest terms. Hey, I'm pretty sure everyone's been in kindergarten. I hope some of you guys have been in kindergarten. You're at the end of the day, after lunch, whenever you would take recess, everybody acting accordingly, crossing all the T's, down all the I's, being on the P's and Q's. Hey, y'all can go outside and play. Unwind, be kids, be dirty, have fun. But it's always that one little hard-headed motherfucker. It's always that one. It's always that one. You don't know if it's attention, validation, ego, or just an appetite for destruction. This little motherfucker's gonna fuck it up for everybody. And that's how he comes out. I'm not going to say LeBron. He sees if he has this need, dare to be different. And that's okay. You're your own man. He seems like an intelligent young man. He seems like a good person. But he definitely comes off with narcissistic tendencies. I'm not saying LeBron though. I'm pretty sure LeBron, all his teammates don't like him. They all don't love him. He got a lot of them paid. But I'm sure all of them don't love him.
Hey, you hear that evil ass laugh you just did?
Well, I mean, hence my name, the villain. All of them don't love him, but he got a lot of them paid. 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 He got a lot of them paid.
Pause for the cause. Maybe, just maybe, these individuals actually have enough talent to where they actually earn their pay.
Matthew Dellavedova, Mo Williams, Tristan Thompson, Amon Shumpert, Mario Chalmers. Can I go on? A couple of these motherfuckers ain't even playing no more.
You gonna put some respect on Rio goddamn name.
Nigga, you want to play that thing every 5 games.
All them goddamn players you name, who is the one that had enough heart, enough nuts to stand up to LeBron and tell that nigga when he was fucking up? I rest my case. He got his contract just on heart, nigga.
Yeah. And don't get me wrong, Rio had some.
So Rio, hold on. Hold on. So out of all them players, who would you most likely depend on in big time situations?
Out of names I just named,
Yes.
Kyrie Irving. Come on. I'm not
No.
questioning his talent.
Oh,
I do his
wait.
talent.
Wait. Pause. LeBron didn't get Kyrie Irving paid. Kyrie Irving was already the man.
I didn't name Kyrie Irving.
No, what I'm saying is out of all the players you just said that he supposedly got paid.
I'm sorry. Well, let me rephrase. Well, let me correct myself. Out of the names he got paid, big time shots. Because I didn't name Kyrie Irving the players he got paid. Because Kyrie Irving got his max contract the year before LeBron actually came back. That was one of his
Right.
fallouts.
Right. So put some respect on Kyrie now.
Hey, give him his roses. But out of all those names I just named, I guess our resume and that he has played in big games, due to college. I guess Rio. I mean, he
Guess.
yeah,
You guess. So you willing to put Scott Howard off Team Wolf over my boy Rio, who is known clutch shot maker, known for it, has done it in the NBA, done it in the college level, but yet and still you got to guess? Come on, son. Come on, son. Get out of here. Get out of here. I know Miami ain't been that long ago. Come on now. Come on now. Something. Come on, man.
But yeah, man.
LeBron getting these players paid.
Man, he did. I'm not saying their contributions didn't help, but yes, you can't tell me because a lot of these names, Juice, Shakur, Juice.
We getting used to calling each other these names. Y'all got an excuse.
Yeah. A lot of these guys, man, didn't receive other contract extensions after, not because they maybe weren't good, maybe the situation they fell into, maybe somebody in the opportunity teams felt were better, or just they got hurt or whatever. But a lot of these guys aren't even in the league playing. If the only player I can think of just got a recent contract is Tristan Thompson. That was the Boston Celtics, and he only got a 2-year, $19 million deal. A lot of big men. I'm going to finish. A lot of big men in free agency got a lot of 2-year deals because the emphasis on free agency this year was shooting. But it was only $19 million. His original contract with the Cleveland Cavaliers, which he set out.
Nigga, I didn't want you to break down his whole goddamn salary incentives.
Well, I'm gonna break it down. I'm giving the viewers an inside view to my argument.
So in other words, you saying that low key that they was getting paid from clutch sports like Kendra Perkins.
No.
Like Shannon Sharp.
No. We have no actual knowledge of that, viewers. We do not know.
All you gotta do is tune in. Trust me.
His original contract with Cleveland Cavaliers, I believe the year prior for LeBron, no, the year after they won the finals, the year of was 3 years or 4 years, $82 million, all guaranteed. He went from $82 million to 19. Come on. He's not a bad player, but don't tell me LeBron in management ear, because what I understand from the former GM manager of the year they won the contract, David Griffin, LeBron's whole thing was win by any cost. And he put Dan Gilbert's ass over the tax in that suit of that championship. A lot of it was probably personal. Probably felt first time he left, probably had you know what I'm saying? So still some sour feeling. I'm taking this motherfucker. You can afford it.
I mean, we all know why he left the first time. You want to talk about that?
We will not discuss that on today's episode at the moment.
We all know, hey, I'm gonna leave that one alone.
We will not discuss that at the moment.
But I will say this. The villain.
Yes.
You just proved a critical point in Kyrie's favor. Let me tell you why. If you are a superstar player, I'm not saying that Kyrie doesn't get preferential treatment. I'm not saying that. That is far from what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is this. Wouldn't it rub you the wrong way when you got a guy that come to your team who puts on his pants just like you, who breathes the same air as you, who live and does the same type of things that you do in your day-to-day life, and he can dictate another man's fortune. Like, how does that even resonate to even make sense? Like, oh, your stock value is higher because you play alongside this guy, but oh, your stock value drops once this guy leaves. That doesn't even make sense. Does the player play hard? Does he execute on offense and defense? Is he a good locker room guy? I mean, none of that stuff seems to matter when it comes to your boy. It's all about, well, what the king wants, the king gets. That's a bad way to be insinuating things, sir. I'm just saying.
Well, you make it seem like LeBron is, yes, like I said, he definitely has some influence in management's ear. But if those players are as up to par as you saying, his departure or rival wouldn't matter, right?
Pause. No, 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 no. This is the key thing about basketball. Basketball, one player, the right player in the right system can affect a system, right?
I'm glad you said that.
Right? I'm finna give LeBron his credit now. Now I already know what you were alluding to with why Kyrie wasn't going to the playoffs without LeBron. I
I
mean,
wasn't gonna say that, but I mean,
if you look at it, besides Kyrie, who is, I mean, in my opinion, one of the top scorers in the league today, who was really going to help him carry the load? I mean, Dion Waiters is no scrub, but I mean, we're talking about superstar potential, because no matter what people say, you're gonna need a superstar in order to win a championship, unless you just got a hell of a fire coach like the Miami Heat do. Eric Spoelstra, shout out to him.
Give him a shout out.
And you know how to move that ball and use great team chemistry. And at the time, they didn't have either.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I'll give LeBron that. His presence is felt wherever he goes, but that doesn't mean that those same players, if put in the right situation, can't produce the same way. Okay, prime example. Is Rajon Rondo a Hall of Famer to you?
Absolutely.
Okay, pause. When Rondo got in the league, Rondo was with the Boston Celtics, right?
Absolutely.
He played alongside I'm going to say three of the most legendary players of the 90s, right?
That's a good way to put it.
Okay. Now, what I'm getting to is this. When he left Boston and he went on to journey around in the league, was he still putting up these Hall of Fame type numbers then?
Not with Dallas, but I ain't gonna laugh, but he actually was very productive in the starting lineup in Sacramento. He was very productive in the starting lineup in Chicago. You gotta remember that year that
That's true.
Dwayne Wade, Jimmy Butler, and him, they were up on Boston. He got hurt. They lost their series.
But let's be real here.
I'm gonna let you finish. The New Orleans Pelicans. That year they went against Golden State in the second round and swept Portland in the first round. Rondo was in the lineup with Drew Holiday. He was very productive. And that was also the same year Anthony Davis was number 3 MVP voting. So
with all that being said, all I'm saying is this: he had become a journeyman. People were questioning whether Rajon was still Rajon, right?
Absolutely.
But once he got on a championship pedigree team, what happened? He won, right? Twice. So the point I make to you is this: do you see the impact of the right system, the right coach, the right situation? People like to talk about Jordan and, oh, he didn't win in the beginning. He didn't do this. Okay. When you look at LeBron, was LeBron going to the finals his first year? No. Second year? No. I think it was his third year when he finally cracked and made the playoffs, right?
It was third he made the playoffs. The fourth he made the finals next year.
Okay. So obviously he had enough time to get well, I ain't gonna say that system was just flawless. I mean, it was still kind of weak, But
It was
in my
basically
in my opinion, if you think about it, that's kind of the gift and the curse of playing in a weak Eastern Conference at the time, in a way. Because I ain't gonna say it was weak right
yeah,
then, but it was on the
boy.
decline. It was on the decline. Because if you look at it, before that Boston Big Three got together, the only team LeBron had to worry about was that Detroit Pistons team that he beat.
Pistons, Indiana, Gilreas, and the Wizards. They credit. They had a nice team. The Hawks were ascending.
The Wizards.
Don't do that now. Don't do
The
that.
Wizards.
Antoine James, 6 man a year. Gilreas dropped the ball.
Oh my God! He said Antoine James. Oh my God!
God damn it, he was protected. They had a young
the same dude that we watched LeBron make fun of on the bench when he was out in the game getting the rest, and he talking about he was doing those dumbass flip up shots.
Listen, I'm saying at that time the Wizards were a formidable team. That's it. I ain't saying they were fucking world stoppers, but at the same time, we can't diminish the talent they have on their team. We can't act like, oh man, these are Charlotte Bobcats.
Can I be honest? Out of all them teams you named, how many of those teams were championship caliber teams?
I think Indiana and Detroit.
So you only had really two teams to worry about in the East, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so he proved himself. I ain't gonna lie, he did his thing. I was actually rooting for him when he beat Detroit. No lie, he did his thing. He did, he arrived.
He had Shaq and Wade. Shaq got there in 06. They lost to the Pistons in the 04, 05. They lost to the Pistons in the East Conference Finals. Next year they won the finals.
Right. Okay, and we forgot Miami. So if you look at it, Miami came together. They didn't automatically go win it right away, right?
No.
Took time. Once they gelled and they got in the right system, Pat Riley, the whole shebang came together.
Juice.
Huh?
Juice. I'm gonna let you finish your arm. I'm gonna
Yes.
throw out T-Mac too, because T-Mac was still in Orlando at that time. If I'm not mistaken, wasn't
he? He was, but can I ask you a question?
What's up?
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Vaughn the Villian.
Yes, sir.
I know you're a couple years younger. I know you're a couple years younger than me, but I just got a serious question.
What's up?
How many times has T-Mac got out of the first round?
Oh.
And I love T-Mac. I'm sorry, T-Mac.
Hey,
I love you, T-Mac. I'm sorry.
Walking, talking 50 points, baby. Probably arguably one of the greatest all-around versatile offensive players in NBA history. But is it twice?
Yeah, take the deep breath and answer the question.
It was twice. Wasn't it twice? 2 or 3, goddamn it. Wasn't it?
0.
Oh, God. No, well, that time the Spurs, who stayed in prime. He wasn't a scorer.
Oh, you talking about the 13 points in 30 seconds?
No, he was on the Spurs team that LeBron them beat in the finals.
Okay, pause. Was he T-Mac then, or was he Tracy McGrady?
What it say on the back of his jacket?
Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. As the show says, I'm just saying. Come on, be realistic here. Was he or was he not on that bench clenching arms with the other bench players like, thank you, Lord, I'm finna steal me one?
He did his job.
I mean, yeah, he did. I ain't taking nothing away from him. I think he is one of the greats. But come on, man. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. We being disrespectful. If we're gonna throw T-Mac in there, why we ain't throw Philly in there?
Yo, LeBron got leave. Philly was still pretty, a staple in the East. But I think, bro, after like 04, 05, it kind of became Detroit, playground. I'm not mistaken, went to the East Conference Finals like 4 or 5 years in a row, didn't he?
No, Nah, I don't think it was that many. I think it's like 2 or 3 times, maybe.
I think it was more, man, because
'Cause I mean,
04, 05,
yeah.
06,
You're right. You're right. You're right. You're
07,
right.
yeah.
You're right. Because this is how it went. They went the first time. They beat Indiana. They went on to win the ring. They
Mhm.
went back the second time. They were supposed to repeat it, but Robert Horry had other plans,
Shout
and the
out, man.
Spurs beat them.
Yeah.
They went the third time. That's when your king conquered them and finally whooped them.
No, that's when D Wade and them beat him.
No, yeah, this is right. D Wade got his ring first. So that's when D Wade and Shaq, they finally put it together. And there it is. Miami went on. They went and did their thing and won their ring. And then they went. What was that? The fourth time is when your boy beat them.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, if you look at it, I mean they were a pretty consistent team. Shout out to that Detroit team because I mean that's probably the only team in NBA history that won an NBA championship with no true like
Bonafide superstar.
solidified, certified superstar. Even though technically I will say Rasheed is like him and Chauncey is like borderline superstars,
Oh yeah, for sure,
in my
man.
opinion.
For sure. Definitely Hall of Famers in my
It ain't.
opinion. For sure.
I mean, in my opinion,
All four.
you gotta put Ben Wallace,
Yeah.
Chauncey, and Rasheed in the Hall of Fame.
No rip.
I mean, I don't know.
One of
Let
the
me go
great
look at his
mid-range shooters
resume.
of all time now.
Yeah, I mean, well, hell, if that's the case, put the whole goddamn team in there.
Yeah, I won't say.
Yeah, you might as well. Lindsey Hunter. Who
Mike
else was on
James.
that
What
team?
Mike James on
Darvin
the team?
Ham. Huh?
What Mike James on the team?
And Mike Jones too. Hell, put him in there too. Hell, don't matter.
Yeah. Yeah, Hall of Fame coach, Larry Brown. Come on now. Rip, run your ass ragged all day now. People
I mean,
saying
he
Kawhi
would.
Leonard, greatest. Y'all want to stick the mid-range, they better go back and do their homework, man. Rip Hamilton, a pure shooter.
Whoa! Just because he had braids, did not compare him to Kawhi Jordan. Come on now.
I just said as far as mid-range. I ain't talking about all-around game. People say Kawhi got one of the purest mid-range games. I say, man, here, Westbrook.
They are similar. They are similar. They are similar. I agree. I mean, Rip did his thing. I ain't gonna take nothing away from him. Tayshaun Prince is a beast.
Yeah. One of the few guys that can give LeBron like serious problems. One-on-one defense. Him, Tony Allen. Paul Pierce did solid jobs here and there. Kawhi.
Who?
Paul Pierce did solid jobs here and there.
Who?
Paul
You talking about the guy that has a better career than Dwayne Wade?
Yeah, supposedly, yeah, him.
You talking about the guy that needed to be catered off in a wheelchair just so he can take a shit?
Yeah, man, the truth. I said solid, man, solid. Not great, not bad.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hey, man.
I hear you.
Hey.
I hear you.
I want to move the show from not just sports but NBA altogether. Where your head been?
I wanna go into my, let me get the topic. Let me kind of
go ahead.
Address something. We also want to entertain, I actually came up with this question just watching TV, getting back into the habit of watching shows and movies, because sometimes we can be distracted, with just so much technology around us. But here goes a question. Von the Villian.
Yes, sir.
What movie character or TV show character would you say best depicts your co-host?
Mm.
I got you already.
TV show or movie?
Either one, either or.
To me, and since I'm such a '90s baby, because me and you are so close. We're not brothers, but we are blood. You kind of always had that like kind of big brother mentality. The
Right.
brains are the reason, are the logic. Now, I'm a free spirit. I'm leaving like that. You
Yes.
you kind of put me
Great
in the
analogy.
sense. You put me in the sense of Ice Cube's character Craig, and I'm more Day Day. Or Sean
Yes.
Williams' character, or Sean Wayne.
Pause. Wait. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I got to get this off because it's so perfect.
Go
You
ahead.
just said I'm Ice Cube and you Day Day, right?
Right.
It's funny that you mentioned those two characters because that is exactly who I depict you as on, the characters. But see, you like a mixture, and both of your characters play on the same movie. You like a mixture of Terry Crews, Damon, because you're on them steroids, and then you like
Yeah,
Cat Williams. You like a pretty nigga. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
I am not on steroids, dude.
oh
Only
shit!
fruits and
It's
berries.
funny you mentioned that. But nah, all honesty, I can damn near. That's like us to the T with Craig and Day Day.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
Nah, man, you always had that kind of that big brother vibes. Like, you gonna let me be me, you gonna let me bump my head, but you're not gonna let me fuck up too much. Like, look, hey, I ain't gonna let you fuck yourself up. You know what I'm saying? I watch it once or twice. That third time I gotta stop. But yeah, you always been kind of that overseer and that protective manner. Like I said, the brains, the logic, and the reasoning. Me, I'm that to an extent, but I'm more of a free spirited person by nature. Damn
You
if I
boy, you
do
gonna get into some shit.
that.
Okay, I have to say this. In my opinion, in all honesty, who I really chose for you, I don't know how familiar you are with this show, Atlanta, but you are earned. You are earned. I can explain why. First off,
Gambino?
first off, huh?
I'm Gambino, Childish
Yes,
Gambino.
yes, 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 yes. Let me tell you why you earn.
Why am I earning?
First off, you're very intelligent.
I
You see
appreciate it.
things ahead of time. Like your vision is not like set in a specific time zone. It's like sometimes I feel like you can see things a lot clearer and a lot more advanced than the average person around your age, which is a great quality to have. And by you being that way, it kind of makes you already be kind of like withdrawn away from the bullshit.
Yeah,
When you see somebody on some bullshit, you got the poise to be like, yo, I don't have to be this overly hood nigga and be all dramatic and get mad and angry. You just more like, yo, I just, play this shit cool, but distance myself from it completely.
yeah, sure. So,
But by
yeah,
you having that free spirit, you usually find yourself in some of the most peculiar of situations that only you. Let me tell you something. Sometimes you tell me stories about certain things you done been through, and I literally like to the average person, you'd be like, "Ain't no way this shit happened to this man." But to me, I'm knowing you all your life, and I'm just like, "Yo, that's him. Yeah, yes. This it happened exactly how he said."
yeah,
So yeah, most definitely, I depict you as earned somebody that's deep, very intelligent, very mindful, and very driven on what it is that he wants.
yeah,
But along the way, by the environment that we all grew up in, it's kind of like you can't help but get into certain incidents or activities.
yeah.
You know. So yeah, that's who I kind of depict you as, like to the T. But the Craig and Day Day is spot on with me and you. Spot on. Spot on. I don't know why I didn't think of that. That is us. I'm gonna ask them for a royalty check. Them niggas saw us and asked us. Cause boy.
Yeah, for sure, for sure, for sure. All right,
Whew.
and squeeze on for to another time for the for the views. Like, oh man, these niggas on nighttime shit. They would comment each other and hugging each other. But nah, man, that's what we want to do on this platform. We want to not only build each other up, but hopefully spread words of encouragement uh, to all our viewers, no matter of your background, your race, your sexual preference, whatever it is. Look, man, uh, end of the day, we all live life, we all go through it, and we hope this show to however many views we start out with to how many we end up with is a place where you can come, relax, unwind, and know that you know this could be an outlet. And that's what we really want to do.
Right.
We want to get that bag too. We go, it's nothing wrong.
I mean, hey, he called me Lotto Stud. Ain't nothing wrong with chasing the bag, too. I mean, nothing wrong. You know,
Nothing wrong with little residuals.
we want to, get a little taste every now
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
You
Find
know.
the things
But
in life.
just the love that we see that other you know podcasts and
Content
YouTubers,
creators, yeah.
right? Content creators, that they really they get love, because not only are they voicing their own opinions, but they also letting, like I said, the voiceless be heard.
For
A
sure.
lot of people, they don't have that sit around the house and have that one person that they could just really just share, open up and let it be known, like where they at in their minds and what's going on in their world. So we just really want to bring that kind of platform to the table.
Sure, sure.
So, oh yeah, most definitely, most definitely.
But
I don't know how long have we been on here?
I have no clue. I think I will say this. I know it's past the exceeded time limit we had set. I mean, if you want to end it here, but I had one more topic I wanted to squeeze
No, no,
in.
no. That's what I was going to say. We got one more topic. Yeah, yeah. I'm enjoying this. Yes, yes, yes. Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah. Uh, I believe I asked you this a week ago, but where I don't know how far your ear was into music this year, and it's been a hell of a year. And before I start this category, spend a lot of other stuff on the country's mind, the world's mind, opposed to what's going in and out their ear. But I tell people all the time, music is so important and so key, essential to life, because without those vibrations, those sounds, you know, who knows how the world would look like. But I'm not gonna go deep into all that. But what are some of your favorite rap albums of this year, 2020? If you did listen to them, any uh, projects that really caught your ear, from 1 to 5, 1 to 10, or just off the top, in no particular order.
I'm gonna keep it all the way real with you.
Go for it.
By me being an old head in the game now, I'm 31.
Mm-hmm.
My era is over, far as like the actual things that I would prefer to listen to. So I don't
Okay,
really listen to albums per se like I used to.
got you.
So only album that I really like paid attention to was the Jeezy album, and to be honest, I wasn't disappointed.
Recession too.
I right, the Recession too. I was really proud of the progression he's made as a man. You know, not only into the whole notion of being able to not only
Be a
become the
street
man that
nigga, all that type of stuff.
he grown to be, but also have the sense of being like, let me be mindful of the messages that I send to these, kids, because they're gonna take it to heart. And
Right.
while I'm out here, living my best life, these kids gonna be out here struggling and striving and doing some of the things that I, portrayed in my music.
For sure.
And I mean, that takes a hell of a man to stand up on that and say, you know what? In the beginning, I never thought about impact. I only thought about, you know, income.
Right.
Like, oh, I can get paid doing this. Yeah, you're getting paid doing it, but you also can influence the next generation of minds, you know. So the fact that he's willing to address that and apologize for it, you know, my hat go off to the man, because I mean the man, hey, he is a heavy influence in the hip hop community, whether
For sure.
people want to admit it or not.
For sure.
He is.
You know, like we said, I think a week ago, you know, him, Tip, you know, WAP, regardless of you like his music or not, you know, you can have your opinion on as far as the whole trap sound, but forget this trap far as Atlanta, you know, uh
Right.
Cass, Goody Mob, the whole entire Dungeon family, in my opinion, kicked it off. But then, you know, Tip, Luda, Lil Jon, the East Side Boys, Gucci, Jeezy, they, you know, they carry the torch for the next generation. And you know, to have a bridge, you gotta have a middle part. You gotta have somebody to carry it over. You can't just start and end. Some's gotta be in the middle. And you know, those names I just named, they carry that next torch for the Migos, the Young Thugs, the Little Babies, and etc. The 21s, who I myself, I don't know why, I'm not a big fan of the new trap sound and some of these new guys, but I don't know, maybe it's his voice, maybe it's the link up with Metro Boomin, but 21 Savage, somebody's music, I actually do like his music. I don't know why. I don't know why.
I mean, like I said, you know, it's some stuff that I don't really just, you know, pay attention to. And then there's some stuff I be like, yo, okay, you got to give this man his credit. You know, he doing his thing.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I guess I just view it as it's a new era. And I remember being the young head and, you know, well, I'm going to say young Thundercat and everybody was like, oh, y'all music this, y'all music that. And, you know, me defending my era, like, hold on, wait, man, we got the best. But I
Right,
mean, now that I notice I'm a little bit older and I'm now the old head, it's like, you know, I know my place. I just get out the way,
right.
you know.
And they're gonna do it to the next
So,
generation. It's just that rite of passage, you know. But
right.
I'm not gonna babble on. But if you don't mind me, I like to get my top 10 rap albums of this year.
You got 10?
The 10, you know what? The 10 that I listened to. It was some pretty solid
Yeah,
projects.
hey, I'm interested in hearing this.
Okay,
Let
I'm
me,
gonna start.
do you got,
I'm,
oh, wait. Do you got them in a specific order for what you like from least to greatest?
I'm going from least to first.
Okay. So number one is like what you prefer overall.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, let me hear this.
Number 10 is it's ironic because I just named them. They did come out an album this year. I think their newest since 2012. That 2012 album was called Machine Time Against Machines, if I'm not mistaken. But the Atlanta Dungeon Family legends, just rap legends, Goody Mob Survival Kit. I like this album because it reflected on a lot of things went on this year, and anyone that's a true Goody Mob fan knows that music gonna make you bob your fucking head and also make you think. Hence the name Survival Kit. If this year taught us anything, it definitely taught that survival from a mental standpoint and definitely a physical standpoint is the key to life. Uh, Number 9, 1/3 of the Griselda uh, recording team, Eastside Buffalo's on West Side Gun, arguably the leader of Griselda. His album Pray for Paris. Anybody's a fan of kind of like that boom bap New York sound rap. He kind of puts you in the mind of Raekwon, but Pray for Paris was a pretty solid project with producers such as Havoc, if I'm not mistaken, Murder Beats, Alchemist, who along with Hit Boy just fucking took over 2020. Pray for Paris is number 9. 21 and Metro Boomin, Savage Mode 2, narrated by Morgan Freeman. I was definitely a fan of that. It's a very solid project. Anybody that's, you know, has a hectic lifestyle, right? You're in the gym, are you just on the move? You want some kind of, you know, that grudge sound. I tell people all the time, I can't listen to 21 too much because I don't know. I just feel dangerous when I listen to him. I feel like I'm ready to throw my life away. Number 7,
What the fuck?
Smoke, Smoke Dizzle. Uh, Anybody not familiar with Smoke Dizzle, you know, he likes to refer himself as the underground gatekeeper. Anybody that's fans of Big Crit, Currency, and Wiz Khalifa know like 2008, 2010. These gentlemen, as far as the blog era with J. Cole, Big Sean, and nameless others, kind of held down that era. He's the infamous Stoner with bars and Smoke This, A Closed Mouth Don't Get Fed, a great project. He had actually 2 projects this year, but this was my favorite one. Harlem rapper, former ghostwriter of the Dipset. So, Smoke This is definitely dropping them bars. Number 6, I was kind of in a tough spot with this one. I replaced Big Sean's Detroit 2 was a pretty solid album. I feel like it had too much content, too many songs for it to me. So I replaced it with Nas, King's Disease, which was entirely produced by super producer Hit Boy. It just sounded like to me he no disrespect to Esco's finest, but it's like he rejuvenized Nas's flow. Nas seemed wittier, he seemed more energetic. I was definitely a fan of this project, King's Disease, which is a Grammy nominated project this year. Number 5, I got 2 Chainz, So Help Me God. And, he said kind of the thought process behind this album, and given the title of this album, he thinks it's going to be a very deep album. But he said, this year's been, hard on us, man. He wanted an album that people can play in their rides, not turn up to, but be joyous to. Why everybody so sad? Let's get back to thinking about the positive things in life. Let's get back to, reminding ourselves what brings us joy in life. Some standout tracks on here to me is the David Banner produced track, They Wait for You to Die, Vampire, which is fucking monster, Moneymaker featuring Lil Wayne. But the overall theme of this album, I got a lot of motherfuckers owe 2 Chainz some money. He tired of giving motherfuckers money. That's the feel I got from this album. Number 4.
A lot of people owe 2 Chainz some money.
He references debts in this album. Like one line on the album, he says, "Paid, get robbed twice in a row. That's a rerun. Paid for the funeral. Found out he was snitching. Need a refund." About how you can be a hustler your whole life, but you didn't set up no life insurance. Like, you've been in these streets this long, and you didn't set up no life insurance. You left that responsibility for somebody else. But being that status I'm in life, I don't pay for it. I ain't a real nigga no more. Conway the Machine, another member of the infamous East Side Buffalo Griselda group. His album, From King to a God, like I said, that kind of grudge New York boom bap sound. And to me, he's probably the best pure lyricist of the group, especially given his condition, being shot in the neck and the face, which left half of his face paralyzed, which left this figure in his face. But it definitely didn't stop his flow.
Right.
Monsters. Number 3, Jesus Recession 2. I feel like just, piggybacking off what you said, man, his growth as a man, as a person, as an artist, as a father, as a soon-to-be husband, if I'm not mistaken, already husband, and an entrepreneur. I tell people all the time, Jeezy and Young Jeezy are 2 different artists.
Right.
Jeezy and Young Jeezy are 2 different artists, and that was on display, that verses. Like I said, I don't know if Young Jeezy would have took that respect like.
Nah. It'd have been a whole bunch of snowmans busting caps in that motherfucker.
There you go. But I feel like he overall had a solid project. It just the format of the album, from samples of Bobby Womack's Think It Over track on the song Stimulus Check, Therapy for My Soul, where he let out a lot of pent up thoughts, to prior situations with former artists, management, street affiliations, and Kingdom. And my favorite song on the whole album, Praying Right. I love that track.
Boy, man, you must be in sync. I was just about to say, my favorite song on the album is Praying Right. That's my favorite
Pray
song.
for a Bentley last night. Maybe you ain't praying right.
I knew some of my real niggas was gonna rub off on you one of these days. That's what I'm talking about.
I don't know, man.
The best song on the album. Praying Right.
I love that
I
track.
think they were singing the backup vocals, you know what I'm saying? I think they used some of my old vocals, you know what I'm
That's what it was.
Yeah, man. You hit them notes, boy.
You know, a line on that song really puts me in the mindset of you. Like I said, that big brother man, that big brother characteristic that you have. When the line he says, uh, forgive me, how did it go? A ball of fly, nigga. He telling you wrong. Your big homie's a lie, nigga.
Exactly.
You know,
Exactly.
gather yourself and try to put yourself around people that make you better, not keep you stagnant. But on to number two, the last member, and to me, my favorite member of the Griselda conglomerate, being the Butcher. Burden of Proof, also again entirely produced by Hit Boy. To me, his albums flowed and rolled and just played collectively better than the other two, because to me, the other two members seem to they're all great rappers, but it just seemed like they were rapping about repetitive things on different beats. Benny's album seemed like he touched on different subjects, and I like that he didn't have as much features as the others either. Uh, my favorite song on the album is one of my favorite songs on the album is "Timeless" featuring Big Sean, Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne is, you know, if anybody had doubts about Lil Wayne and Big Sean on Timeless, Lil Wayne just totally took over that song. Big Sean had a great verse as well, but Wayne definitely ate that. And
No, I'm gonna let you go. I'll let you finish your list first before I ask this question.
what's up?
No, I said I'm gonna let you finish your list before I ask you this
Okay,
question.
okay, I apologize. And finally at number one, you know, I always knew this man's talent. I knew of him. I recently came reestablished with his music in 2015. He was released from a European prison for being accused of rape from a woman who dreamed he raped her. Didn't actually do it. She had a dream.
She had a dream.
A dream. And
Who is this?
this is Gary, Indiana's own Gangsta Kane, Mr. Cocaine himself, Freddie Gibbs, and Alchemist, super producer Alchemist Alfredo. Also Grammy nominated and probably more likely to win Rap Album of the Year, Alfredo. Um, Freddie Gibbs, man, like I said, ever since that You Only Live Twice project, and you guys excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, I believe 2016 when he was released from prison to Free to his joint collab album with Currency and Alchemist Fetty to Bandana with Mad Lib. Freddie Gibbs has been on the road. If you want bars and lyrical uh, versatility, Freddie Gibbs is definitely a guy to go to. It just seems like every album he has something to prove, and you know everybody has their own opinions, two sides to every story. I definitely know the fallout between him and Jeezy drives him. You know, rather who was wrong or right, I don't know neither these gentlemen, but I definitely feel like he felt that it led to some blackballing. But it's put him on a, it just put him at a, I don't know, just put him at a drive. His bars are, it's hard to explain. You gotta listen to him. His voice control, breathing control, and just how he lays out his raps and the beats that he selects. A lot of rappers could not rap on, and the way he still finds to keep you just gathered throughout this project. This project features Benny the Butcher, Conway the Machine, Rick Ross, Tyler the Creator. Uh, Give me if I'm missing anybody else, but Alchemist from start to finish, every beat is beautiful, and it's just an all-around great project. And that's my top 10. And notable mentions: Big Crit. Crit was here 10-year anniversary remastered edition.
Yes, sir.
This is the 10-year remastered edition of the original project that came out in 2010. For years, people have been asking him why some of his original mixtapes haven't been on streaming services, Spotify, Pandora, Apple Music, and it was due to a lot of sampling. Anybody that's a true Big Crit fan knows he sampled like a fool early in his career. It led to a lot of these projects not being on streaming services. But during the pandemic, this project, I tell people all the time, he released this project, you know, newly, and no one knew who he was. This was just a new project. This would have been the album of the year. He added 4 new unreleased tracks on here. My favorite, Make Sense Out of This and Get Over. it just it keeps me hungry and anticipating his next album. Whenever it drops. Little Baby, my turn, just off the impact he had this year. I can't deny the impact he had this year. Meg the Stallion's Good News. Busta Rhymes, uh, Extinction Level 2, which I have not got a chance to listen to, but I hear it's a great album. Great album.
Right.
T.I., Libra. It's a pretty solid project. I don't like all the features on there, but it's definitely some standout tracks on there. My favorite
So
on
are
there.
you articulating, sir, that you don't like the the magnitude of king type royalty? Are
You know what?
those
As a side note, I'm get back. I'm almost done with this list. Uh, that's somebody else you put me in the mindset of too. Maybe it's the Libra thing. I don't know. Uh,
yeah, man, his birthday is like kind of close, like maybe a couple days apart. And you're not the first person to say that. I've had people tell me, you sound like T.I., you sound like a father getting on to his son or
that's fair.
somebody. Sometimes I stream and I'll be on there with all age brackets or whatever, and sometimes they get kind of out of hand and I have to put them, hey, you gotta put them back in pocket, man. Make them, understand. You talking to a grown man over here.
You
But
really do. And
I mean,
the
no, go
final
ahead.
one on my list is Royce the 5'9", another great lyricist. I mean, just bars for days.
Yes, sir.
Excuse me if
Yes,
I'm
sir.
pronouncing this album wrong. The Allegory, I believe I am pronouncing it right. He dropped that earlier this year, I believe, a month before the George Floyd incident. But from what I hear, a great project. A lot of these projects I have not gotten a chance to listen to in the honorable mentions, besides the Big Crit project and T.I.'s Leaving. But definitely would sit down and listen to these. But these do off ratings and reviews. I'm going off ratings and reviews. Besides two I listened to some of the best albums apparently this year.
Well, I mean, that's a tough list. Shout out to all those, stars right there, because I mean, I ain't gonna lie, they influence a lot of what's going on in the world today. Not saying, the negative. I'm just saying, we got a lot of positive, superstars in the world that the media tries to shed light only when there's something negative going on.
Right.
Like, for instance, the Dr. Dre situation was scaring the hell out of me because I remember we lost Kobe around this time last year. And I'm like, damn, we can't start a year off without, a scare or something tragic. And,
Right. Right.
thank God, Dre is okay. But that story got overshadowed by some knuckleheads
Uh-huh.
breaking into this damn house.
Right. And
You
they're
know,
go ahead, man.
no, I was going to say, and to me, it's kind of like, look, we more concerned about his safety. Is he okay? His health, is he all right? Yeah, I get, that's a part of the story because, you get dumb motherfuckers who decide, hey, we got a quick come up. First thing first, let's get something understood to any low life ass criminal out here. Now, if you stealing because you got nothing and you're trying to, obtain something, I don't condone that. All I say is that you build a deep relationship with God and you have trust and faith and believe that he's going to get you through that storm, you know? And I know a lot of people like, well, God ain't going to feed me at night. You sure? You sure? You sure? Don't ever question, the most high because it could be something totally different. But yeah, man, when I saw that, it kind of brought disgust to me because I'm just like, man, here this man is damn near finna fight for his life, and all y'all thinking about is a quick come up without. I mean, come on now, he's Dr. Dre. He's going to have security at his house. Come on now.
All right.
Come on now.
Common sense ain't
This
so
ain't
common.
like this ain't like you running up on your average Joe and you just finna hit a quick lick. Come on now. So that's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. Just echoing off that shout out to Dr. Dre. This man don't know us, obviously we don't know him, but just getting off the prior topic, we just spoke upon far as music, forget rap, just music in general. Uh Dr. Dre influenced so much. sound and style, and he's one of the
And
forefathers. Yeah, he's one
Dr.
of the.
Dre raised us. He raised us. He
Yeah,
raised
yeah,
us. What you
yeah, yeah,
mean?
yeah,
He
yeah,
raised us. Music wise, man, from shit, you gotta think about it. Hell, I'm born what, 89? You
yeah,
born in 93?
yeah.
Come on now. Come on now. Dre had his fingerprints and everything around that time. Hell, and then once we got of age and started getting a little older, it's like he reinvented the game again.
Yeah. Well, a lot of his
You know?
proteges from Eminem to 50 Cent. Let's start over. Snoop, Eminem,
Right.
50 Cent, then the game. Then I'll say, well, it's crazy they haven't did anything far as production wise, but being signed under his blueprint, Kendrick Lamar.
Of course. I knew you was finna mention I know you was finna mention your boy now. I know you. I know the guys ain't gonna salute without your boy now.
That's
You
right.
know,
God damn it.
I respect K Dot. You know, now y'all gonna realize once y'all start tuning in on this show a lot. You know, when them gunshots go off, man, that's not me. That's him. That's him. He has a fascination with this you know what? I'm just gonna leave that alone. Y'all just see it for yourself.
He's one of my favorites, ladies and gentlemen. He's one of my favorites.
You know, much respect. You know, much respect.
Yeah.
I give you that. You know, the man is like shit. If not top two, he is number one far as in the game right now doing this thing. I gotta give it to him.
Yeah.
You know,
Sure.
much respect. Much
Sure.
respect.
Sure. Sure.
But I think we've officially made it a wrap, pal.
No, that sounds good to me, man. That sounds good to me. And before we sign off, hey, to all the viewers out there, you know, no matter how many we have, like I said, you gotta start somewhere to begin somewhere. And in the comment section, man, leave your opinions, leave your thoughts, good or bad. I know y'all motherfuckers gonna talk some shit that come with it. I'm ready for it, motherfucker. But if there are any ways or any thoughts that you can elaborate to us how we can be better, how we can improve the show, how we can improve the content, hey, leave a thought. But from me, the infamous Shakur and Von the Villain, man, we thank y'all for tuning in. We thank y'all for giving us your time. Stay safe, stay blessed, and remember, tough times don't last, but tough people do.
Yes, sir. We are out.